What's going on, guys? Jacob Worth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys from the most famous street in the world, Las Vegas Boulevard. So guys, we're coming to you with another video today that's probably not the most positive for a lot of people, not the most uplifting, but you know what, this is the situation we're in. So some people would say, oh, this is bad news or it's negative or whatever the case is. Well, guys, this just is the reality that we're living in right now. And I think you know, I just want to bring this to you guys and share this with you because what I'm about to say, I think there's a fairly good chance it's going to happen. I'm going to provide you guys with some reasons why I think this is going to happen. I got my list right here. So regardless of whether you think this is bad news or just neutral, whatever the case is, please like the video anyway. And please give me a comment, tell me what you think about what I'm about to share with you guys here. And let's move the setup here. Some of you guys have pointed out before the billboards in the back behind me and all the advertising they get. You know what, if they want some additional advertising, they can pay for it. And advertising on YouTube is way better than a billboard. So, let's jump into it. The reasons why Vegas is probably going to be shutting down again, okay? I'll just jump into the first one I have right here on my list, okay? Let's look at our neighboring states. What's going on near us right now? Okay, we have Arizona and California that are having major issues throughout the summer when it comes to the virus. And that's particularly concerning to a lot of people because the virus was supposedly not supposed to be able to withstand the heat so well, or supposed to die off in the heat, or can't spread as well in the heat. So people were saying, hey man, let's just get the heat in here into Vegas, into Arizona, into Phoenix, and places like that so we can kill off this virus, right? People said it, you know, kind of jokingly, but you know, there was some truth in people expecting that the virus would not do so well in the summertime. Well, the fact that, you know, like it was a few weeks ago, the Phoenix City Council mandated wearing masks in public. California, you know, they've been shutting down bars, shutting down beaches. All the way on the other side of the country, Florida, shut down beaches for 4th of July weekend because in certain states around the country, you know, things have not been going well when it comes to this virus. So the fact that those are our neighboring states is really what has a lot of people concerned here because, I mean, they're right next to us. So they're having problems right next to us. It wouldn't take a whole lot for the virus to travel and be a bigger issue over here in Nevada. The second reason Las Vegas is likely to close as I come to you guys in this pretty windy day actually out here. It's pretty windy. It's not quite as cool as the other day when I did a video, but nonetheless, we're going to continue. So the second reason that Las Vegas is likely to shut down is there's really just not enough business to go around. There's not enough business, I would say, to justify continuing to stay open. Not enough, I would say, to justify continuing opening more places too. I mean, we've seen that, you know, some restaurants and casinos and hotels around here are still not open. They're choosing to stay closed or push the date back farther away. So it would surprise me sometimes when I hear about other casinos supposed to be opening up, you know, this month and that kind of thing because, I mean, I'm here, I see it. Sometimes the weekends it looks, you know, kind of busy. Like, okay, it looks a little bit lively here. But during the week, that midweek when we used to have all these conventions in town that would really help bolster our midweek numbers, those conventions are gone. They're not taking place right now. So midweek, I mean, we're getting crushed here when it comes to the numbers of people visiting during the middle of the week. But on the weekends, that's where we still have some pretty good numbers. I mean, relative to the situation, I guess, on the weekend where we have people actually coming here into town. A lot of them are coming from California, Arizona, right? Our neighboring states where people can just hop in the car and drive over here for the weekend. So weekends we're getting some traffic, but the midweek, I mean, that's where we're really getting killed when it comes to business. So I just don't know that there's really enough business to go around to justify staying open longer, especially as the virus situation, we've actually taken steps backwards in terms of the virus situation and reopening. The third reason Vegas is likely to shut down, it plays off pretty well off the second reason I just gave, is that we have businesses voluntarily closing because, like I was saying just a moment ago, there's really the two big concerns that kind of go hand in hand. One, the virus and the virus spreading, and two, the fact that there's not enough business to justify being open. So the Japanese restaurant Cafe Sanuki, they put out, I saw it on Twitter, that, you know, their ownership said, hey, we're just going to go ahead and choose to close temporarily because of the virus. And, you know, they just felt it was the right thing to do for their business and for the community. You have Apple, like I mentioned the other day. They've been closing stores all across the country temporarily, but they've closed ones here in Las Vegas as well. So you even have a lot of businesses that, you know, could be open. They could choose to be open and try to, you know, service customers and try to make money. But they themselves are saying, no, we're going to close. There's no point in being open right now. So we may see more and more businesses begin to do that. And if it gets to a point where you have so many businesses voluntarily closing because they think the situation is bad enough, you know, the government may step in. Governor Sisolak may say, you know what, we're just going to shut down the state again. The fourth reason Las Vegas is likely to shut down, or I mean, I guess I should say the state of Nevada, because if Las Vegas is going to shut down, they're just going to shut down the entire state, is there is a virus tracking website that was created by the co-founders of Instagram. And I will link this down below, and if I can get a screenshot or two, I'll put it up on the screen for you, but I'll link this down below in the description, that says that of all 50 states in the US, Nevada has the highest transmission rate of this virus. So some people, you know, you can take the information for what you will, but that is what we're looking at right now, is saying that Nevada has the highest transmission rate of the virus that was in the news recently. So I mean, if you're just looking at that metric, obviously that is not good news. There may be other metrics that could be used, but that was one that was reported locally here in the news. That again does not look well for the Vegas area, does not look well for, you know, the at least short-term future of Nevada in terms of staying open. The fifth reason Las Vegas is likely to shut down again, if you look at the statistics recently from the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, and you see the number of patients who have the virus that are on ventilators and in ICU, you see a spike in that chart. Just recently, you see a spike taking place in that chart. And that's a big sign to watch for and a big indicator when you look at those numbers from the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, because if you get to a point where the hospitals are getting filled or they're reaching a certain level of capacity, that's obviously, you've reached a really big problem at that point. And if you get to a point where you have so many people that are in there for care because of the virus, it also takes away people being able to use the hospital for other things who don't have the virus, just for a medical emergencies we might just have in our day-to-day life without this virus. So you can't get to a point where you allow the hospitals to be completely filled, and then you have people who just can't get care and can't get service. So if those numbers continue to go up and up and up, that's the point where you reach a certain point of that and there is no turning back. I should say there is no continuing going on. You have to make adjustments from there because you just don't have the medical resources available to handle the situation on hand. So you have to take drastic measures. And some final thoughts on the situation here as it comes to the virus in Las Vegas. And I said this before in a video, is Vegas likely has the toughest challenge of any city in America when it comes to handling this virus, because no other city, first of all in the US, there is no other bigger tourist destination than right here. Okay, 42 million visitors a year. We are the #1 tourist destination in America. We have tens of millions of people who drive here every year, who fly in here every year from around the country, people who fly in from other continents who come here. We get so many people who come through this city, so many people who come right on this 4-mile stretch of street right here every year, that it becomes a major, major challenge, like I've said before, where Vegas's size in this case works against them. Bigger casinos, bigger shows, bigger events, right? Bigger is better, and just going bigger and crazier, and just events here or nightclubs and things like that. A lot of the reason people like to come here is for big crowds, whether it's just on the strip or for a concert or for a sporting event or whatever. They like the big crowd, they like the energy. Well, right now, that's not working towards our favor, having these huge crowds and things like that. So, that's really what is a big part of what brings people to Vegas, is that energy, is that excitement, and is that crowd. But right now, we're in a tough spot where we can't really do that. And the fact that we have neighboring states having so many issues with the virus, the fact that our numbers here with the virus are looking well, we've taken a step backwards in terms of reopening, in terms of having to wear masks when you can't be 6 feet apart from people, and things along those lines. These are some signs that are not pointing to a good direction for Las Vegas. So I would not be shocked if Las Vegas had to close down again. I would love for the virus situation to get better. I would love for Vegas to stay open. I want the Vegas economy and I want Nevada to flourish and do well. But that doesn't look like the reality we're in right now, guys. So we shall see what happens going forward. But these are what I think are signs pointing to Vegas probably closing down again. I don't want it to close down again, but it wouldn't shock me if it did, because of what I've talked about in this video and maybe some other things I didn't mention. So if there's more I didn't mention, there's other things you guys can think that would be worth mentioning in the comment section, go for it. I thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys want to check out another video that I did recently, go right over here. Go check out this popular video. Thanks for watching. See you in the video, and I'll see you guys another time.